enough to give them up.
Hi everyone, it's Blue. Make sure you like and subscribe and go follow me on my Twitch and my other YouTube channel. Those links are down below. Also my Patreon, where I have more content on there that I don't have here.
I wasn't born mean, I was pushed to trench me. I walk the streets looking for some to fetch me. I'm like a veggie, brain is turned to mush, I'm edgy. Edgy enough to give Reggie Bush a wedgie.
Today I'm going to be reacting to the Eminem Somebody Save Me music video.
Daddy? Daddy.
Get butt in here when she gets.
Come eat!
I'm so tired.
Just come eat!
May not be there a minute, I promise. Stop.
Well, then wake up!
Shut the door.
Somebody save me from myself. Has been so long living in hell.
I'm so over dramatic. I already have goosebumps because it just seems, the video is going to add so much to this probably. I already saw a second of it looking like he's watching his whole past and story life through a glass and a wall, so he's just observing it. It's a really artistic way to just show somebody reminiscing and thinking of their past, and maybe flashback isn't the right word, but reminiscing. And he's sitting there outside of this glass. It almost looks like an interrogation room or something that you would see in a Marvel movie, but it just makes it a lot more personal because we're watching him watch it.
Another pill as I start the spiral. Message to my daughters, I don't even deserve the father title. Haley, I'm so sorry, I know I wasn't there for your first guitar recital. Didn't walk you down the aisle. Missed the birth of your first child. Your first podcast, looking down. Sweetie, I'm so proud of how you turned out.
Immediately starting this off with all of these doubts and wonders if he's even a good father, if he was there for Haley enough. But it's interesting because based off of all of the songs about Haley's song, Mockingbird, all of them, I think that there's a huge audience of Eminem that would just assume, oh yeah, well, he's obviously a great father. I mean, he at least obviously cares about his daughter, which is a lot more than what a lot of fathers can say because they're not even there for their kids. And Eminem, even if absent sometimes or has had hardships and obstacles to get over, it's just interesting to hear that because I would think most of society who listens to Eminem would think that he's at least there for, he at least cares for her.
Sweetie, I'm so proud of how you turned out. Sorry that I chose drugs and put them above you. Sorry that I didn't love you enough to give them up how to fuck to. I not love you more than a pill looking up to the ceiling from this floor under wheel.
I can't. Just a really heavy line of apologizing for picking drugs over her. Because it's weird, like all you hear about Eminem and anything that he puts out that has to do with Haley is, oh my gosh, I love you more than anything. You're the reason why I live, almost. And then like you hear the, oh, but I'm still sorry that I picked something over you.
Looking up to the ceiling from this floor under wheel.
Somebody save me from myself. Has been so long living in hell. They say my lifestyle is bad for my health. It's the only thing that seems to help.
I really like Jelly Roll. I didn't expect his voice to, I guess, sound like that. I mean, I didn't have any expectations, but it sounds very bluesy and a lot of soul, so I really like his voice. I don't know who he is, but I like that it has the bluesy vibe. It sounds as if he's kind of pleading with what he's saying, which is somebody save me, and him being stuck between, I think the saying's supposed to be like stuck between a rock and a hard place or something like that, because he obviously wants to stop doing drugs, but they're what's helping him cope. So it's a cycle, and he's just pleading for someone to save him. and he's having a really hard time understanding why would I pick this thing over you. I love these jugs over you. Like, it must mean that I care about jugs and I like them more than Haley, because I wouldn't pick Haley over them. So it's just this really weird conflict and internal struggle he's having with himself, which probably doesn't help with him wanting to take more drugs.
Elena, sorry that you had to hear me fall in the bathroom. Sorry that I missed you graduate. Nate, I should just congratulate you on being a dad too. Carter and Liam, look at you. Little bro, sorry I left you. Sorry that I'll never get to hold or hug my little nephews.
He's naming a lot of people. He's kind of just going down a list of everybody he thinks that deserves an apology from him. It kind of reminds me of whenever people go into, it might be rehab or something. At some point, there's like a step where I think that you're supposed to go and apologize to everybody that you've wronged. And it almost seems like he's going through that step of, okay, well, I'm away from drugs and this thing, and he's really thinking over his life. And it's almost kind of scary because it slightly feels like, oh, it's kind of what people might do before they die or something. Like, they just make sure that they don't have anything left unsaid. They go and apologize to the right people that they feel that they've let down, and he's kind of covering everybody. I'm not sure what all of it is. I'm sure some of it's drugs, because he immediately apologized to her for, I'm sorry that you had to hear me collapse in the bathroom. That's related to something that he was doing that he shouldn't have been doing. But also possibly touring. I mean, he is a pretty successful, famous person. I can't imagine picking up even your own or being there all the time for your own daughter, let alone these other relatives and people that you should be there for, because maybe he's just going on tour or doing other things that famous people do, and he didn't have like a stable wife to look after, so he just feels very absent. And wow, if it wasn't drugs and it was me being on tour or going to these meetings or being in the studio making this music video, I'm just feeling like I wasn't fully there for these people who their last dependable person was me.
Little bro, sorry I left you. Sorry that I'll never get to hold or hug my little nephews. Stevie, I'm sorry I missed you. Grow up and I didn't get to be the dad I wanted to be to you. Things I wanted to see you do. This is my song from me to you. Sorry I gave up, but I'm just so defeated. God, what the fuck you want me to do?
Somebody save me.
Even just Stevie. Sorry I didn't even watch you grow up. And it hurts even more having all of this made into a music video, because where he has choices to make some of his more funny or just really any other song into a music video, this one has real videos of people, and you just jump from seeing this little kid to, oh, that's a full-blown adult, and it's like, oh, that's how he felt, is he missed their life. So where we're seeing it, it's like, oh, wow, that's a child and that's an adult now, is probably how he feels, is like, I just missed 9 months of your life, and you're taller and you started school and you have this talent now where you play soccer. Like, I just missed all of these things or something. Like, you're a whole person. I don't know what you do for work. I don't know who you're dating. I don't know anything about you.
Sorry I gave up, but I'm just so defeated. God, what the fuck you want me to do?
Somebody save me from myself. I spent so long living in hell. They say my lifestyle is bad for my health. It's the only thing that seems to help.
It seems like him banging on the glass is probably how he felt internally while he would take drugs or do something, because that's the only thing that calms down his mind and helps with all of the stuff that's going on. But then him on the inside is just crying or desperately pleading, banging on glass, like, wait, hold on, my family's growing up without me, like, go get them. And he's just helpless, like he can't break through that because he's separated by the choices that he's made, which makes him want to do it more. And whether it's him yelling at himself at rehab or passed out in a bed because he's on drugs and he's having an out-of-body experience, it just all sounds like he's went through a lot dealing with, hey, I made a mistake, which makes me want to do something to cope with my mistakes.
I've been staring at the video of Haley almost daily, of her playing the guitar in hopes maybe that'll give me the power to fight. But the addict in me's a coward. He told me that I can't do it. Had a second chance, blew it. It's like I'm stuck inside an alternate reality, but I know I'll turn it around and be able to walk her and Laney one day to the altar, as proud as can be. Right now I'm just weak as I fall further down in this deep hole and fall.
In the first verse I was a little confused because I wasn't sure if he was talking about Haley and all these things that he actually did definitely miss, and then maybe he's talking about the other children that he may or may miss these things. But I think because he's also saying her and Laney, makes me think the entire time at the beginning he was kind of just imagining, hey, if I continue on this path, this is what's going to happen. Look, how are you going to feel when you have to say you missed her wedding and you missed walking her down the aisle or giving her away, or you missed this and the podcast and all these things. But since they haven't happened yet and we're acknowledging that now we should actually have the hope of maybe we can stop it. So he kind of went through the, I think, mindset that he actually had with the song, which was really hopeless and it's too late, there's nothing you can do. It sounded to us like it already passed and there's literally nothing you could do, it's in the past. But then he starts maybe getting off drugs, he starts getting better, he starts finding hope and thinks, wait a minute, some of these events that are really meaningful hasn't actually happened yet. So if I get myself together now, there's still a lot of things that are really important that I can still catch.
But I know I'll turn it around and be able to walk her and Laney one day to the altar, as proud as can be. Right now I'm just weak as I fall further down in this deep hole and farther in the ground that I sink. As they lower me in my coffin, I feel the tears all falling down on my cheek.
It looks like one of the most important events that he's imagining now is that they'll all be together at like his funeral. Like he finally made it to an important event, but it's because they all gathered for his death. I think so far the whole song has been, I'm teetering between what it looks like and what it would genuinely sound like if I just let the attic in me win. And yeah, but if I change and if I get myself together, I'll see some of those key moments that are really important. I can finally be the father that I was always really disappointed that I wasn't. But it's kind of just still going back and forth now that we're at the end. It's, what would life be like, or your lives even be like whenever I'm involved in them, to never mind, I'm pretty sure the attic in me is going to win, and this is what it's going to look like when you're just burying me, because I was never there. But that will happen.
As they lower me in my coffin, I feel the tears all falling down on my cheek.
I'm a long call, baby, don't waste your time on me. I'm so damaged beyond repair. Life is shattered, my hopes and my dreams. I'm a long call, baby, don't waste your time on me. I'm so damaged beyond repair. Life is shattered, my hopes and my dreams.
And next to us?
Haley.
And how old are you?
12.
You've been playing guitar for how long?
About 3 months.
Well, that's a sweet way to end the video. It's like we're watching the video that he's probably watched dozens of times to convince himself, yeah, I'm not gonna do that thing that I was about to do. Possibly. There's probably a lot of artists that aren't really honest about their struggles. Sometimes people just find out years later, wow, that person had a coke problem or something, or there's some scandal about some kid that somebody wasn't there for. But Eminem, he really just lays out like, hey, I have a drug problem. Like, he's just at least trying to be accountable for his actions. Yep. But it was good, and I hope that you all enjoyed it. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe and go check out all my links, and I'll see y'all next time.